Hey all. Girl from North Country. It's a great tune, and it seems like everybody does their own version of it, their own arrangement, their own chords, their own everything. And there's a really cool, Bob Dylan did it on the Nashville, the duet version with Johnny Cash in '69, but he'd been doing it for a while before that in a different arrangement. And I found on YouTube, it's just called Girl from North Country, Bob Dylan. It's a black and white clip. It looks like some old TV show or something where he's like in some cabin or something, some old tavern with a bunch of guys in there who are kind of crying in their beer kind of thing. And it's a really cool, very great, I think, arrangement of it, and different from what he did later. But I'm just gonna show you some chord shapes loosely based on that. So the little intro is, I can't teach you too much about this because I don't know how to teach that, but if you're a little bit familiar with sort of the Paul Simon finger picking technique, this is sort of like that. It's like if you took an A minor 7 and moved it up. So the A string's not in this one, but the low E string is. But you can even come up with your own finger picking pattern for your own arrangement. These are just chords, so you can build your own arrangement around it. It's low E string, and then D, G, and B. G at 4, B at 3. That's just an intro chord. So that, and then a very typical G acoustic suspension where you're at G. Hammer on D at 2, B at 1. If you're going to the north country far, heavy on the borderline. Right, no, so does that first chord. If you're going to the north country far. So that second one is just a D7, but sort of playing the F sharp up here. What is that, an inversion? I don't know what you call that. So it's D7, but F sharp at the second fret of the low E instead of the high E. Instead of the, you're doing. Right? And then the great thing is you can hit this. Between the verses, between the lines. You can hold that as long as you want. Do it short, do it long, whatever you want. But that's the cool thing about this tune is you could do, everybody does their own arrangement of it, so come up with your own. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Do, 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 do. And on Dylan's version, sometimes he'll, like the third time through on each one, instead of doing this E minor, he does a regular E minor. And then instead of this, instead of that D7 thing, he'll do an E minor. That's the way I remember the best. So he does the E minor, and then does the G suspension thing, back to a G. So instead of doing, he just does. I think the third line through, and then he goes back to this. Oh, sorry, wait. And you can hear in when Dylan does it, he only uses the high E string once or twice on the G. But mostly it's done without that. It's mostly done without the high E string. So those are just some chord shapes. Open E string, and this A7 brought up 2 frets. This, then G, then E minor. G suspend and off. My wife and I were talking about that song the other day, and I propose that that might be the most wistful, melancholy song ever. Leaving on a jet plane is pretty sad too. But this one always gets me emotionally. I love this tune. Love this tune, especially Bob's arrangement. But if you're looking for another good one, and you can find it on YouTube, I'm sure. Pete Townsend did a solo show in '74 at the Roundhouse. Great bootleg of that. Pretty good recording of it. And he does a solo, just a one person. In fact, I think he does it on his Les Paul. He does "Girl from North Country." His arrangement of it is fantastic. I love his, and I love his vocal on it. Just a great tune, and one that you could pick out at a campfire. But work on that, coming up with a finger picking pattern. I wish I could teach that. I can't teach that, unfortunately, but if you're a little bit familiar with finger picking and the sort of Paul Simon school, you might be able to come to grips with that fairly quickly with those shapes. Good luck.